The human astrophysicist awoke with a start, the harsh light of the alien sun streaming through the porthole of their spacecraft. They sat up, rubbing the sleep from their eyes, and surveyed the unfamiliar control panel. The ship looked like something out of a science fiction film. Sleek and ether-efficient, its hull a shimmering iridescent blue that seemed to change with the light. The human had no memory of how they had gotten here, or why they were piloting this ship. All they knew was that they were the only hope for a dying star system, and they had to act fast. With a deep breath, the humans set to work. They checked the ship systems, ensuring that everything was in working order. The controls were unfamiliar, but the human was able to navigate them with ease, thanks to their extensive knowledge of stellar engineering. They powered up the engines, and the ship leapt forward, leaving behind the dying star and its failing planets. As they sped through the vastness of space, the human began to study the data they'd been given on the star system. According to their readings, the star had been dying for millennia, its core exhausted and its fusion reactions dwindling to a faint sputter. The planets were in various stages of habitability, some teeming with life and others as barren as the moon. The human knew that their task would not be easy, but they were determined to save the system. The first planet they encountered was a lush, verdant world, its skies painted with ribbons of blue and white. The human landed the ship on a rocky outcrop, their heart heavy with the knowledge that this world, too, would soon be doomed without their intervention. As they stepped out of the ship, the crisp air filled their lungs, and they took in the sights, sounds, and smells of the alien world. They knew that they would need the help of the planet's inhabitants if they were to succeed in their mission. The humans scanned the horizon, searching for signs of life. After a moment, they spotted a cluster of buildings in the distance. They set off towards them, their pace quickening as they grew more hopeful that they would find someone who could help them. As they approached the settlement, they saw figures moving about within the buildings, going about their daily routines. They wondered what sort of beings they would find inside, and how they would communicate with them. As the human neared the settlement, they slowed their pace and carefully surveyed their surroundings. They didn't want to startle any of the locals. Finally, they found a small crowd gathered around a market square, bartering goods and engaging in lively conversation. The human hesitated for a moment, unsure of how to approach them. Then, with a deep breath, they stepped forward and addressed the group. "Excuse me," they said, in a clear and steady voice. "I am from another star system. My home star is dying, and I have come to ask for your help." The crowd fell silent, and the human could feel 100 pairs of eyes upon them. After a tense moment, a tall, imposing figure stepped forward. The human guessed that this must be the leader of the tribe. "Who are you?" the leader demanded, their voice deep and commanding. "And why have you come to our world?" The human took a step back, feeling a surge of relief as they realized that at least they could understand the leader's language. "My name is Kyler," they said, "and I come from a distant star system. My home star is dying, and I believe there may be a way to save it." They paused, searching for the right words to explain their plan. "I need your help to harness the energy of your sun and send it across the void to my star. In return, I can share with you the technology and knowledge that will allow your world to prosper for millennia to come." The leader considered Kyler's words for a moment, their expression unreadable. Finally, they spoke. "Your story is a tragic one, Kyler. We sympathize with your plight. However, we must also consider the risks involved in such an endeavor. The energy you seek is vast and unpredictable. If something were to go wrong, it could destroy both our worlds." The leader looked out over the crowd, gathering their thoughts before continuing. "We will discuss this amongst ourselves and return with our answer." Until then, you are our guest." With a nod, the leader turned and walked away, the crowd dispersing to resume their previous activities. Kyler watched them go, feeling a mix of hope and trepidation in their chest. They knew that they had to convince the tribe that their plan was sound, and that the risks were worth taking. They also knew that they were running out of time. As they walked through the market, they continued to observe the people and their culture, searching for anything that might help them persuade the tribe to help them save their home. Hours passed, and the sun began to set. Kyler found a quiet spot to rest, leaning against a large tree and gazing up at the stars. They thought about their family back home, wondering if they would ever see them again. The weight of their responsibility was heavy, but Kyler was determined to do whatever it took to save them. Just as the last rays of light faded from the sky, a group of figures emerged from the darkness, surrounding Kyler. The leader of the tribe stepped forward once more. "We have decided," they announced. "We will help you." Kyler's heart soared at the news. "Thank you," they said, tears welling up in their eyes. "You have no idea what this means to me and my people." The tribe leader nodded. "We understand the weight of your burden, Kyler. We also understand the potential consequences of our decision. But we believe that together, we can make this work. Our scientists and engineers will begin work immediately to harness the energy of our sun and send it across the void." They paused, looking Kyler in the eye. "In return, you must share your knowledge and technology with us. We must grow and prosper, just as your people have." Kyler smiled, feeling a sense of relief and gratitude wash over them. "I promise you, my new friends, that you will not be disappointed. Together, we will save our worlds." The two leaders clasped hands, sealing their pact, and the tribe dispersed, returning to their homes to begin the work that would save 2 stars. As Kyler watched them go, a sense of hope and determination filled their heart. They knew that the road ahead would be difficult, but with the help of the tribe, they could do it. They would save their home, and ensure a bright future for both their worlds. As the night sky faded, Kyler rose, stretching their tired limbs, and made their way to the center of the village. There, they found a small, makeshift altar, adorned with flowers and other offerings. It was a place where they could remember their family and friends who had died, and dedicate themselves anew to the task at hand. They knelt before the altar, feeling the weight of their responsibility pressing down on their shoulders, and vowed that they would not fail. Days turned into weeks, and weeks into months, as the tribe worked tirelessly to harness the power of their sun. Kyler taught them about technology, engineering, and physics, sharing their knowledge freely and with great enthusiasm. In return, the tribe shared their culture, their language, and their customs, welcoming Kyler into their community as one of their own. Finally, after many long months of labor, the moment of truth arrived. The tribe had constructed a massive machine, its glowing crystals and spinning blades catching the light of the setting sun. At the signal from their leaders, they flipped a switch, and with a brilliant flash, the energy began to flow. Kyler watched, holding their breath, as the energy from the machine surged through a series of conduits and into a massive, glowing orb at the center of the machine. The orb began to spin faster and faster, the energy within it building, before it was released in a blinding flash of light. As the light faded, Kyler turned to the tribe's leader, their eyes wide with wonder. It worked, they breathed. You did it." The leader smiled, pride and relief evident on their face. Yes, they said. We did it together." Together, they watched as the energy wave left their world, carrying with it the promise of life and hope for Kyler's people. And as they did, they knew that they had forged a bond between their two worlds that would endure for countless millennia to come. The years passed, and Kyler grew old among the tribe, their silver hair and wrinkled skin a testament to the time that had passed. But their spirit remained as strong as ever, and they continued to share their knowledge and wisdom with the people around them. They told stories of their homeworld, of the people they had left behind, and of the incredible journey that had brought them here. And as each new generation was born and grew up, they felt a sense of peace and contentment, knowing that their sacrifice had not been in vain. The tribe's technology continued to advance, and they explored their newfound solar system with wonder and awe. They found planets teeming with life, and planets devoid of it, and they marveled at the diversity of creation. They built great cities and tall towers, and they traveled between the stars, seeking out other civilizations and forging alliances and friendships that would last for eternity. And throughout it all, Kyler's name was spoken with reverence and gratitude, for it was they who had shown the tribe the path to a brighter future. Eventually, Kyler's time on the world came to an end. They lay upon their deathbed, surrounded by the tribe's elders and friends. As the light faded from their eyes, the tribe gathered around, chanting their names and offering prayers for their journey to the afterlife. But Kyler's spirit did not depart, for they knew that they would always remain a part of this world, and that the bonds they had forged with the tribe would endure for all time. And so, they watched over the tribe from beyond the veil, guiding them, protecting them, and sharing in their triumphs and tragedies, just as they had in life. For as long as their world spun and their people walked upon it, Kyler's memory would live on, a testament to the power of hope, the strength of friendship, and the enduring spirit of the human soul. And in the far-flung reaches of the universe, where other civilizations looked up at the stars and wondered, the tale of Kyler and their tribe would be told, inspiring countless others to reach for the stars and forge their own destinies, one step at a time. The city they had built together, with its gleaming towers and bustling streets, had grown into a beacon of progress and enlightenment, a symbol of the unbreakable bond between their two worlds. The tribe's advanced technology continued to evolve, pushing the boundaries of what was possible and ushering in an era of unprecedented peace and prosperity. They traveled between the stars, meeting other civilizations and forging alliances that would stand the test of time. Kyler, though no longer present in the physical form, was never truly gone. Their spirit remained with the tribe, a guiding light that showed them the way forward and reminded them of the sacrifices that had been made to ensure their future. And so, the tribe lived on, their lives filled with purpose and meaning, their hearts filled with gratitude and love for the one who had given them everything. As the years passed, the planet itself changed, adapting to the needs of the people who called it home. Great forests sprouted, teeming with life and color. Oceans teemed with fish and other creatures. The air was clean and the skies clear. The people thrived, their population growing and their culture flourishing. They looked up at the stars and saw not the end of the world, but the beginning of an infinite journey of discovery and wonder. And so, the story of Kyler and the tribe that they had saved lived on, a testament to the power of hope and the strength of the human spirit. It was not a tale of tragedy and loss, but of redemption and rebirth, of sacrifice and the ultimate triumph of the human will. It was the story of a world that had been given a second chance, and of the people who had taken that chance and turned it into a future filled with light and life. And as long as there was life on that world, the name of Kyler would be remembered, revered, and honored, for they had given their people the gift of hope, and in doing so, they had given them the world.